But yeah, going into this Himmelsdorf, I don't know. It's just
They brought a oh wait, that's Team Flare. I was like, hey, they didn't bring a Badger.
See, and then what I'm seeing is then an inverse, because then they tend to go lighter on Himmelsdorf than some of the other teams. Because CatJam bringing a 50B double I7 1277 double VZ, and you pointed out Dark Ninja a 60 TP, 50B IS4 mouse VZ E3. You love the E3 on this map. Tell me why.
Because it just gets. I mean, the you get
boom,
Coma.
Big boom.
Yeah, well, you get Coma, Moril. Well, Moril's out, not in the league anymore, but even like he was getting like 3,700 damage in it. You know, Coma has consistently shown he could do 4K in it. I think we've even seen people like Kenway do 4K in it, because I think Kenway played it, right? It was a Kenway that played it on Thomas.
It struggles to get in the fight if something's like awkward happening that it's not prepared for, but as long as they're in front of your gun.
And then who was on the hill and did 4K? Was it Coma?
I want to say it was, oh shoot, which match set was it? Because it was the game where it was like all they had to do was like not be on the 3 line and not be shot by the guy on the hill, but they did that for like 3 minutes straight.
Correct, yeah.
And gave him like 4K or 5K damage. And it's like, how did we lose? Well, I don't know. We gave 5K damage to the tank that goes 20 kilometers an hour that's stuck on the hill.
What is this?
Hyper aggression. Bolt going straight in the window, taking 1 shot of damage. Waifu's up here trying to push off Dark Ninja. They don't get a lot of damage.
They made a bad play here, though.
They're looking for a pick.
They're sending
they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, they're sending an IS-7 to fight an IS-4.
Hasu's the only one that poked up for it, and even if he lands both shots and takes nothing in return,
their execution,
I mean, that's a pipe dream.
This is really weird because this team's executions are really weak, and as you can see, Demonic just losing to an IS-4 because there was a 50B behind the IS-4.
And Honey Badger wasn't there, and now Bolt is completely getting demolished. Bloop landing a shot, the Mal's landing a shot. Everyone landing shots, and now he's a 277 kind of nod hole down, trying to stay safe, but he's not safe. He's gonna die. And I think the main way you taking that window is you want the like if you take that window, you are all in, and they were not all in. They have tanks like just elsewhere, and it's just.
Is this
I respect the idea, but
I feel like I feel like this is the first time we've seen Dark in a 60 TP.
I think so too.
It's really cool to see him in something slow.
I feel like he actually likes it too.
You think so?
I thought so, but I could
be
wrong.
Maybe it's
like he was one of those people that always said, "I like it." Like Dodo said it. You know, I like it. Like there are those people. I think was it Hector or Serve?
It's Sebastian that's always in it, or Luxon on Tomatitos.
And they're just like, "I like it."
And
it definitely has its role.
I think the 60 TP isn't that weak in this format. Mainly because a lot of the tanks that are played have low APCR pen, like low 300s. So that cheek weak spot isn't as weak where where if you're playing pubs, there's like a lot of tank destroyer, like a lot of E3s, 277s, chieftains with like 230, was it like 330, 323,
and the relatively derpy lower pen gun on the 60 TP also like less weak against things like VZs and stuff too. Like it's able to pen its shot without too much issue, I guess, because sometimes that gun, I swear, it doesn't behave well. Post game sets, External got 3K damage that quickly in the 50B. Bloop right behind him, almost 3K in a kill. Dark Ninja, he likes it. I think 2 kills. I mean, Nexus was the only one that didn't get out 2K damage, and he still almost did, and he got a kill. Everyone getting a kill except External, but he got the top damage.
Right. It's one of those things where you're seeing a lot of I just don't know. I hope CatJam wins. I hope that if they bring a Honey Badger, I mean, if they bring a Badger on defense, I'm just done. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be too like toxic and too mean, but like
it's just because it's like it doesn't work. I mean,
this looks like relegation. Like it looks like relegation. This isn't like if they survive, like how do they? Yeah, like I'm not trying to be.
Maybe
too
they're
mean,
having fun. Maybe they're like, hey, we're gonna meme before we go.
Well, it's a pretty bad meme.
You're just like about not being toxic. I'm trying to Lighten the
I
mood.
know. I'm supposed to be positive. But that was not good. I respect it looked like a half-hearted attempt. It was an attempt to get that isolation in that pick there, but then like the IS-7 didn't go in the window, the 277 did, and then they were just like, bye, and then like the VZ went for the pick, and the other VZ
You know
cut
what it looked
across,
like? It looked like they were trying to counter a Jack is AFK camp instead of
no one was in
Team Flare
the perch.
camp.
No one
Correct.
was in the perch and stuff, yeah.
No, I don't think Team Flare's ever put anybody in the perch because they like to bring a 50B.
Yeah, I can't recall them putting someone in the perch. Oh, going into tank picks 3-0 very quickly. Team Flare going heavy again on attack this time. I think they've done the A-line play before, so is Jack is AFK quite a bit. They're going mega heavy. IS-4, VZ, CS, double E3, and a mouse. Now, here's my question. Why is the last pick from CatJam after all that? Oh, wait, no, it was Flare that did the last pick with the E3 at the end. That is a result of the tank picking. They've seen all the tanks selected, and they went with the E3, I think, there. They had a plan for it, unless they saw something strange, and then they would bring probably something.
I feel like we're kind of... Okay, so I don't think we talked about CatJam enough in a more constructive tone. I'll say this, like, in all seriousness, like, they have a tendency of bringing light lineups against teams that are bringing heavy lineups, and the teams that are also not only are they heavier than you, but they have a better team synergy, and they're really good at making their pushes work, right? So like a lot of people would say, Team Flare has really good executions. You know, where their one-on-one gameplay kind of like
they played their way out of some jams before with like a well executed, like maybe not the right call push, but they executed well together.
And then you have, it's just like a light lineup on defense after you're 3 games down. Yeah, I would consider this light because they don't even have like, you know,
it's the 50B. It's the 50B. That's the light choice where you're going double VZs.
You don't even have like an IS-4 or anything.
Yeah, like the 2 VZs could be in theory fine as your like kind of light lineup, but it's the 2 VZs with the 50B.
It's cool trying to be it's cool trying to be the meta changer, but here's the thing. You look at people like Night One, right?
They're going immediately down like the one line. What about the enemy team's lineup screams to you that they're ever going down the one line?
No, they're not. So we've seen this time and time again. Jack is AFK does this. It works. You take everybody up the 0 line. You put the E3 in the perch, and then what happens? You know what? I'm surprised. Why didn't CatJam bring an IS-4 and then put it on the wall at A5? Like, I feel like people are...
We never got to really see that position used. Like, we see people go there, but then, like, they never get played into there. Because I want to see it used, because it seems like it's very powerful to deal with, like, any sort of push in there, and also getting cap resets, possibly.
And so we see this all time and time again from even better teams, where they kind of slowly are kind of going through... They're very being methodical, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm hoping CatJam is going to be set up on the 8 line by the time that... Because see, now they're crossing. I don't know if the E100 is getting vision or not.
They're not there in time. They went so far south, and all they had to do is, like, they have to be set up on that 8 line, because there's going to be an E3 on the B line at B0, and there's going to be an E3 on the A line at A0.
We're seeing Dark Ninja in some really interesting tanks. Like, he's in an E3? That's insane.
He's going to try to get all the way over to the other side, it looks like, and just have the angle as best he can. The problem is he can get... I mean... While it's a somewhat strong position, it can be isolated really easily. A little bit of hesitation from Demonic Desu.
They're going up the... Oh my god. They're going up the hill? This late? They're literally pushing right now.
Demonic Desu does land his shot, but he was rocking a lot there, and that shows a little bit of hesitancy and inexperience. Because you know where they are. Like, you have to get yourself positioned there and pre-aimed, because if he missed that shot, that's really bad. Luckily, he's still connected, but still, like...
They have 2 going uphill. There's still a VZ at H7. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, the only benefit they have is the fact that... See, like this? they're gonna start getting more aggressive.
Banjo here getting shot at by Felix and Bolt. Bouncing a shot from Felix, actually, and I think Felix mixed another one. Bolt connected. They should be able to finish him pretty easily here.
If they pick him and they actually... This actually is really interesting. Can we switch to the E100 at base? Because I'm wondering... We know that the CS is going to go down. I'm kind of interested in how the
kind of going
fight for
well
the cap
for
is going.
CatJam, because that was a free pick.
He's still alive.
The only reason was like...
And he actually has 600 HP.
I think the VZ at B3 was able to dump shots, but...
Yeah, it looks like he's still dumping right
That
now.
not connecting there from Nexus
Both of them
is really bad. Okay, now they should be able to finish him here. Nexus does get the kill.
They took a long time
Waifu's is on fire! He took a shot from the E3 at B0 as he was coming in, and now that's really bad for CatJam. That evens it up again.
Because the fire from an E3 is like 600 HP. Or it's like 550.
Oh... He just went from basically full health to 700.
Well, I don't know why he crossed over. The VZ in the what?
They were thinking he's gonna have to cross eventually.
Did he have to cross eventually because the other VZ is like close to one shot?
I guess not if the Monarch is there, but yeah, now he's just dead.
Yep.
And the hill fight's still kind of
another fire.
External's fighting.
Another fire. Demonic's on fire. GG's 4-0.
Yeah.
Wow. It actually wasn't
This is an awkward fight.
Is Felix dead? Oh, yeah. I don't know how the 50B died.
Yeah. I'm guessing that the A0 E3 shot him as they went over.
Mm.
And then external got his shots. Because, I mean, I think the 50B was at like 1600 after the CS died. And now it is just Bolt and Hasu remaining. And yeah, 4-0 after 4-0.
Kind of interesting how if Hasu was in like an IS4 instead of a VZ, this is how interesting this would have been. Because then So let's say this guy's an IS4 and he's protecting the E100, right? Not only does he have 340 heat and a frick ton of HP, but when he gets into the thing, he's hold down, and people like the IS4 can pen another IS4, but the mouse is going to have a hard time on the Cupolas. And so then the other VZ doesn't have to cross the way he crossed, right? Then the other VZ can go with the IS7, and they can look to pick the E3s together, right?
That was just an experience, because they crossed both VZs. Or
look, Waifu didn't even get... He got 0 damage.
Line and this, like... You have to decide where you're going to get your resets from.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide... It's either part of like a bigger push, or it's okay, we're gonna go 8 line and cross and get the resets that way, or we're gonna cross 5 line or whatever. Where which one was it? Was it a Waifu's that crossed and got set on fire?
Yep.
It's either or, but they crossed with both, and there's just kind of no point. You just cross with one route, and that's just your resetter. Well, and you just protect it.
Another thing too is like. Wouldn't it be better to pick the E3s? Like, wouldn't it be, instead of having him cross like that and the IS7, like, shouldn't the IS7 and the VZ gone together? Because they have such a slow lineup. Why don't you have got 2 guys on the 8 line, go up the hill, while Bolt takes a shot from the E3 and the VZ, and
especially
make
since
sure,
you have 2 tanks on the hill that you've run.
And if you're going to bring a 50B, he shouldn't get shot first. He shouldn't get shot at all. Bolt needs to go over, take the shots for the 277. If the E3 holds his shots, he's 1v1ing a VZ. You know what I mean? And the VZ, once the VZ dumps, the E3 can hold his shots all he wants. Just let the E3 hold his shots. Once the E3 shoots, he's gonna shoot. Then you come over and get a clean 1600 damage. And then on top of that, you have another VZ and an IS7 coming in from the other side. Then they take down, the E3 and the VZ, and then
I couldn't agree more. You're exactly right. Like, I'm just guessing that the 50B went up and over. I don't know exactly what happened, but that'd be my guess. And everything was so disjointed. And then you think, like, when you had those tanks going up the 8 line and crossing to the A, you're right too. Like, if you're going to have a fight on the 0 line because you sent 2 tanks up the hill, at this point in time, when they have 2 tanks on the A line, that also, by the way, the cap has been reset.
Mm-hmm.
There is no pressure. You have a minute plus before you even have to get a reset.
Yeah, about 48.
Just go up. just have those 2 tanks peel, go right, go up to B0. There's no sense to cross to the church and get shot by the E3 there. Go fight that E3, dump into him, and fight with your 2 guys on top. Then they actually could very easily win that game.
Yeah.
Especially since they got the CS almost for free.
They literally got him for free, basically.
Like, they were starting a tank up after all that. But everything was so disjointed. It was do the A line, do the church,
that was
do
another
the
thing,
line,
too,
do the hill.
is the 50B poke to the CS first instead of bolt. Like, if you're playing a 50B, you need to take your time. The heavy you're playing with is taking the... Like, you know who's a perfect person to ask how to play a 50B? Brett. And you know what Brett says? Why am I getting shot? You're not doing your job. You're a 277, you're I7, you're in front of me, you take the shot for me. What are you doing? Like, that is Brett's take on being a... Why are you laughing so hard?
To be fair, that's Brett's tanking taking
True. But I'm saying that in his 50...
I think that's why Brett always liked me so much, is I was always that guy. It's like, I got you, Brett. It's fine. I'll take the hits, and then you just win. And he's like, this Germ guy is pretty good. He seems to be a pretty smart player. I think I should play with him more often.
Right, exactly. No, yeah. A guy that likes to take the shots for me. Yeah. No, it's really comes down to, you knew what they were going to do. It's almost like, I feel like they watched the games and they were like, what if they put the mouse in the, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe they thought it was like a bait, like a south play. No, it's, they're going to, because I feel like the one thing that we have not seen Team Flare do is like, bait. I don't think we've seen them really bait. I mean, they basically did a straightforward hill strat.
Here's your top fantasy team, exclamation point fantasy. Make your teams on Monday. Just really quick. October, Dark Ninja, External, your boy Kenway, and Fluky. So if you picked those 5, you got the best possible combo. So congrats if you did, because I got 2 of them, I think. I think I picked External and Kenway. And I think I didn't pick Fluky at the last second. So not terrible, but these games, I mean, this game maybe went kind of how we predicted. I mean, 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah.
But the other game, I did not expect a 4-0.
Yeah, I picked the words are hard. I picked Young Bastion, Sebastian, Kenway, OP, and Bloop. So the only person that I got those right is like, Kenway. Kenway's up there.
Yeah, I picked your boy. I don't think I had picked him before. Maybe I picked him one other time. So I'm
he's one of those people. He's one of those people. He's one of those people that is like slowly coming up and starting to be more consistent. His first couple days were really rough.
It was shaky, and to be expected too when you're kind of raw and new.
You're raw.
But he's showing that he's kind of catching up to speed in this new format, like very quickly, which shows that isn't. There's a lot of people that have been playing these types of formats for a long time that
like
still haven't caught up.
Kenway came out of nowhere, and they're like, I ain't seen you play here before. What you doing here, huh? He's like, I'm from Brazil. Bet shot twice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as we go into the second round robin next week, which I think the second round robin is Wednesday.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is when the second round robin starts. If not, it's Friday. We have one more set of matches for sure on Monday in this round robin. But yeah, we
don't play Monday.
We do not play Monday. Okay.
Monday.
No, we play
Canadian
Wednesday.
Thanksgiving. We have matches on Wednesday, and then we technically have a break or a backup day in case there's an update to the game that breaks the servers, and we have to push back a match because.
Right.
Yeah. So.
TBD. So Wednesday, we will say we will return.
Yeah.
Wednesday,
I don't think,
and then
to be honest with you, I think if the 2 fires didn't happen with CatJam, I think it might have been okay.
They may have survived a little bit better.
Well, like you said, the VZ literally, he did 0 damage because he got caught on fire. E3, so the E3 most likely high rolled him, and then he lost like 1,500. And then the 2 boys,
he was down to 690, I think it was. Like
yeah.
Which yikes.
One piece of advice for players: you have this perk. It's called, or is it a skill? jack of all trades. And there's no
Which
arty
about?
being played.
Mm-hmm.
So you could always just drop the med kit in place of the fire extinguisher.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm certain by
True.
the end of the Gold League,
I'll
that
be
was the meta,
completely
was to drop the
honest.
med kit.
In some of those vehicles, I absolutely would drop the med
Well, I
kit.
mean, they can also. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing: they got the two tanks that catch on fire normally don't catch on fire. The VZ, I mean, I 3-marked the VZ today. It doesn't really catch on fire that much. And the IS-7,
Really?
yeah. The
Oh,
problem is,
i7.
here's the problem: they both got shot by E3s. That's the problem. It's just
Yeah.
huge module damage. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
That shell caliber can set just about anything on fire in the game, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's anything it can't set on fire with one shot if it hits directly.
Right. So we had 2 4-0s tonight. I was not expecting that.
I was not either.
So
Well, we're talking a lot about CatJam. You know, we shouldn't shortchange Flare either, because I said they had some consistency problems.
Correct.
Like a lot of teams are having, but you know, it's still early.
Here's the thing: if
they did the right things this match set. I didn't like their Himmel's attack that much, but I think they're just trying something against this team, and they're up 3-0, and I think they felt comfortable and confident. But you know, you can see the CS on the hill. Yeah, that maybe wasn't a good idea against a better team. They should lose that, but.
Oh yeah, a better team probably would have won that. First off, the IS-7 and the VZ probably wouldn't have disjointedly pushed, so there wouldn't have been like 2 random separate fires, because they would have only crossed in front of one E3 instead of both. Because that's the biggest problem, right? The IS-7, why did he go that way and get shot by the other E3 that hasn't shot yet? You see what I'm saying? So even if they didn't catch on fire, they still lost 1,500 HP for free on average. You see what I'm saying? So, but not only did they lost twice that amount because they got caught on fire. You know, and another thing that Viral said, like, you know, maybe you don't bring like a rammer directive, maybe you bring a firefighting directive. I don't know, but I think for those 2 tanks, it wasn't really a fire problem. It was a skill issue. No, Flare.
It's just or something.
It's just it's just E3. I mean, big gun, big module damage. It happens. If they both were driving up the hill, the E3 wouldn't have caught him on fire, because he shot their booties. Just saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you how do you want to end it?
Well, we gotta host somebody.
True.
Who do you want to host tonight? Who is streaming? Who have we not hosted, ideally?
I don't know these people. What? Let's see here.
Oh, GOP is streaming. Overlord Prime.
True.
He plays from time to time.
He does.
Because I think we've hosted normal OP. Not normal OP. New OP.
You mean
OP Hacker, have we?
What? Yeah, I think
there's
we
2
have
OPs.
Hosted. Yeah,
I think we did host OP.
Well,
Hacker.
I call Overlord Prime. I guess I do call him OP. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so OP Hacker. There's Overlord Prime. Yeah, we can do Overlord Prime.
Yeah, let's do Overlord, because he doesn't normally, I think, stream during the hours that we necessarily are doing. So yeah, we'll send you guys to Overlord. And yeah, also check out OP Hacker and some of the other guys too. Feel free. Good players and OP Hackers in the league. But yeah, I guess have a good night. Make sure to check out PaySafeCard, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday, not Monday. And yeah, have a good weekend, everyone. And Smiley,
yeah,
nice hat.
Oh, thank you. It's my Gamer Sensei hat. I don't normally wear hats, but I've been trying it out. It's kind of comfy. Also, I don't have to worry about my hair. I can see why. Well, I mean, most people that wear hats are hiding receding hairlines, so I'm gooch. I don't have a.
I don't think my hair is receding.
Before you guys cut away, one thing.
Sure.
We're currently having a problem with uploading the details for one of the matches tonight, and we might not be able to score fantasy until some point tomorrow. So if you guys don't see any updates tonight, You're just gonna have to wait a little bit until we get this sorted out.
Okay, well, you guys heard it there. So yeah, don't freak out if your fantasy is not updated. Just
Freak out, everybody! Panic. This is not fine. This is red alert.
If you're going to panic, PM Smiley. He
yeah,
will
PM
answer
zero.
All your problems,
he is right.
All your...
PM zero. Correct.
I also heard Smiley has M60 codes. Go for it.
Yep, true. Zero does have M60 codes.
All right, well, I'll head out now.